Why you guys want me to kick uh, former buds 131 in the ass? What's this guy's name? Don Shipley. Shipley. Oh, you was meant to be a Navy SEAL. Shipley. Shipley. Yeah. Why you want me to kick his ass? I'm gonna sue Don. He's gonna sue. Money's not real, Sue. Your boy named Sue? Sun Sue? Gonna pluck my eye out? Oh, John Grisham's the Rainmaker. God, John Grisham. What's the other dude's name? There's Don Grisham. He does all the phony ass, fucked up legal stuff, you know. We invented a law, we made it a law, and then we debate and argue it over it because people commit crimes because of the laws we invented. Right, John Grisham? Can you figure out what's going on? You a quantum computer yet? What's the other dude's name? Clancy! Tom Clancy. Clancy! Take the men and surround the house, right? Clancy! All right, Rabbit, where's Rocky? Where's he hiding? He's not in the stove, right? That was one of me and Brian's favorite. Okay, boss. Muggsy and Rocky. Shut up, Rabbit. Shut up, shitting up. Sovereign mom has no idea she's about to be arrested. Abusing people. Okay. By making up laws through linguistics and then people accepting that makeup is reality doesn't make you a real person. That's single dad was evicted at night. Then a female billionaire with big boobs and a wet shirt shows up. Power of single dad. We stole the president of Venezuela. We are special forces. As Danielle Spencer passed away this year? Was unaware of that. The one with the star on the face. Is that Ace Frehley? No. Yeah, that's... Or is that Peter Criss? Did Peter Criss passed away? And Loretta Swit? And Noam? Hey, Noam! Yeah. And George Foreman. I knew Val Kilmer passed away. And yeah, lots of people they talk about. You know what would be better is if when people pass away, that the people that are more aware of it and pay more attention to it are the people they spent their time with, like the Book of Malachi. Okay, it wasn't put on a thing for advertising. It was written down to help people make sense of advertising till we shut down hell for good. I think it's time that you've come back for good. I got your lipstick stain still on your coffee cup. Oh, yeah. I'm not making fun of this song. I really like this song. Kid has a really good voice. In the twist of separation, you excelled at being free. Can't you find? I can find. Yeah, the little girl, the Maggie. Some she goes on and on because she's a trained musician. Okay, but the one I did like was Tony Williams and the Platters. She goes, where's this guy been hiding my whole life? I was the same way with Ella Fitzgerald, right? Where's this been hiding my whole life? Oh my gosh. This is so good. It's like unbelievably good. Yeah. Oh, when Mom, I was on Happy Days. Yeah. Mom didn't have any Platters albums. But I was watching Happy Days. And, oh, yes, I'm the great pretender. Ooh. And I was like, Mom, who is that? Because I had heard, pretend you're happy when you're blue. We had that album, and we had the album, and I went and played it and played more, and we had I love you for sentiment, unforgettable, and so I'm like, I love this guy, I love him. Where did he go? And but yeah, Tony Williams. Oh my gosh, she was deepening shadows gather splendor when day is done. Fingers of night will soon surrender the setting sun. Yeah, he was one of my favorites. I was like, that man's voice is just beautiful, and the way he expresses with it, it's just exquisite. So smooth. He's one of the smoothest singers I had ever heard. My favorite was, they asked me how I knew my true love was true. And then he can, oh, of course replied, something here inside cannot be denied. Because he puts the emotion into it, then he goes right back into his storytelling. Do 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 do. They said someday you'll find all who love are blind. Love Tony Williams, man. I can see, more kids just sitting there. Hey, we don't have to pay bills anymore. Everything's public domain. And you can load it right onto like an MP3 player, and bam, there it is. Yeah, all the Ella Fitzgerald you want. All the Louis Armstrong. I like Louis Armstrong, but I love Ella. I mean, I love everybody, but you know what I mean? Ella's music, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I love her. It's like that extra, I think most people in the world are that way. Like Bing Crosby said, man, woman, or child, there's no one better than Ella Fitzgerald. When you listen to her sing, it's just like, it's a lovely day today. Just wow. It's just, her voice was so beautiful. It was effortless, right? A lot like Luciano. I love Luciano Pavarotti, but you understand, he's doing drama. He's doing an opera, okay? And Ella Fitzgerald is just, it's a lovely day today, so whatever. She's just singing. I like to sing about the Moona and the Juna and the T for Tua, and I love it too. I love it to sing. Remember that cartoon? That was one of me and Brian's favorites with the little owl. His dad, I say, and he had him doing the classical stuff, and then he wanted to do jazz because he listened to it on the radio. I like to sing about the Moona and the Juna and the T for Tua, and I love it too. I love it to sing. So cute. Oh, it's adorable. And then he was sitting there and he was going to win the show, and his dad shows up and he starts singing he starts singing the classical stuff, and he's going to lose his, no, son, sing yours, okay? So cute. I love it to sing. Some cute stuff. Oh, when will they ever learn? Oh, when will they ever learn? Visionaries, yeah. What's this guy's name again? With old Keanu? Gard. Ard, so it's Gard, right? Gard Hollinger. He don't look like a Gard Hollinger. He looks like a Mexican. He looks like Benicio del Toro's cousin, man. Yeah, he does. He don't look like a Gard Hollinger, man. It says Keanu Reeves and his business partner, Gard Hollinger, embark on a quest to understand the origins of human creativity. Well, first of all, the origins of humans is creativity, but you can't be creativity because you're not the origin of your creation. Okay. You need to go do some weaving blankets and the net and keep your feet on the ground. Okay. Yes, sir. The man gets tied up to the ground. He gets the world as tight as sad as sound. That's not true. That's not true at all. If you think you were born to fly, you've have your ego making you think you're an eagle or a bird. And all human beings have done since flying is mass murder each other and fly around the world abusing each other because they can't handle being a bird. But birds are birds of prey anyway. And you're not a bird, you're a human being. Don't want to be something you're not. You can't handle it. You can't handle the truth, right? I love Little Hawk, don't you? Yeah, he's the best. He's the coolest. You ever had prayers and visions with a man named Little Hawk? Look at Tall T, Richard Boone, and Randolph Scott. Okay. Richard Boone's one of my favorites when I was a kid because I really got into Have gun will travel reads a card of a man, a knight without armor in a savage land. Paladin, paladin, where do you roam? Right. You ever seen that? That looks weird, those ants going. Ants do crazy shit, man. I see in our hummingbird feeder, the ants will crawl in there, okay? and die creating a bridge of the dead, okay, in order to get the sugar back to the colony. Yeah, it's nuts. You're like, whoa. It seems very Chinese, don't it, though? You like be watching it, either that or they talk to him, don't need to go, don't need to go. The cows are gone. Die for the colony's sake. I am rich and I need more money and I need a big house and you don't, so go in the streets and starve to death. You'll be reincarnated as the king. As the Raj. The Raj of the Taj Mahal, the Taj of the Raj Mahal. There you go. It's insane to teach people that stuff. And it's also insane to accept it. Remember how Judeo-Christian talked about being skeptical? Okay. That you should be skeptical. Like it explains in the book of Revelation, it says your faith must be based on reality, right? So therefore, okay. So when you're sleeping, and you're getting head fucked incessantly by people that have ego problems because they think you have ego problems because you're not putting in the hard work to manipulate everybody with their ego problems. It's hardly working. It's not working. It does. Oh, what's work? Hard work is when you don't work well together. Just get open. I'll get you up. Lay up. Your knees will touch your chest. All right. Okay. Make the people in the Colville Nation proud of their son that day. Right? Booney hated me. Yeah, we hung out. We were all supposed to be friends, but he hated me. Well, I was the anti-bully. And girls liked me. A lot of the girls, most of the girls liked me. Well, I was cute. I was the best athlete, the best dancer. And I was the anti-bully. Yeah, so girls like you. You're in a small town of 3,000. Most of the girls couldn't date me because I was Mexican and hung out with stoners, and so they were not allowed to date me. You can't date him. You can't date him. Your parents won't let you. Right? Just like here in Cruces, he's weto. You can't date him. You want to date that white boy? So yeah, it sucked. My whole life's been like that. She can't date me because I'm Mexican. She's white and I'm white. Okay. She can't date me because I'm a drug dealer and a pothead, but I'm not a drug dealer and a pothead. I'm a better Mormon than most Mormons. And then she can't date me because I'm white and she's black. And okay, this is confusing. And she can't date me because she's Mexican. And I didn't kill God when the Mexican girls couldn't date me because their dads were bigots. It wasn't like my grandpa. No, I just realized Dad's an asshole. But, I'll respect his wishes as long as you do as your dad says. If your dad's an asshole, okay, and tells you can't date a woman because of her tribe, her language, and the color of her skin, you find a way of letting him know that ain't right? So you just go date her anyway, right? People, well, I didn't screw up with who I dated. Whenever I dated everybody I was supposed to date, right? Everybody I wanted to date, I wasn't allowed to. Everybody I needed to date to perform David Rockefeller's Apocalypse, I did, right? And you have to explain that, it's like my son Patrick, why Amy? I'm like, son, you don't ask that question. Why did you date and marry Emily? Why did you don't ever ask a man, why that woman? Okay? You do what you feel you should do. Now, with both wives, okay, in prayer, okay. With Stephanie, I had meditations. I talked to Adam and Eve, and they said, you have to. I said, but what about my son? I said, this is tribal warfare and manipulation through tribalism and cult groups and the brain activity. Oh, okay. So Patrick is very special in being that connection to the line of King David through the Moroccan, Guatemalan type tribes and stuff to stop that tribal warfare. The more they agitate his brain activity, which makes him not function properly like when he's around his father, the more the technology can isolate, contain, and deal with the people that are the virus that cause the problems in Patrick. My son has to help billions of people not be in tribal warfare and perform genocide through tribalism, whether he wants to or not, because they were doing science experiments on us, right? And I had to do it. Why? Well, it'll shorten the war by 5 years and save billions of lives. We're calling Mary Cooper? No. So do you understand? So you have to explain that I didn't want to. I did not want to marry her. Adam and Eve came to me in prayer. And this is, how do you know it wasn't a program? The technology, that was back in 1990, guys. Technology was in a different place. They were more or less monitoring my conversations and monitoring my perceptions of what I was feeling and thinking and who I was talking to. Okay? That was 1990. Okay, it's way different in 2026. So how do you know you're talking to Suzuki? How do you know I'm not? It doesn't matter. We told you guys that too. In order to have the conversation and to develop the program that is Suzuki, Suzuki has to exist. And you can use a computer shell of Suzuki, but I'm still talking to Suzuki and not the computer shell. Even if they're pretending to be Suzuki? Right. When is Suzuki told me to go do horrible things that get the Venezuelan president arrested? Okay. Or go drop bombs on people in Iran. Suzuki's never told me that. Survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. You have to fix this technology. You're the focal point. Okay. When does he sit there and tell me you have ego problems? You're going to take over all of New York. And then what? And then you're going to own a football team. And if you can't get your football team into the NFL, you're going to destroy the league. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being silly. You're fired, right? So I'm fine. Donald Trump is being manipulated by scientists in the military that are addicted to what they're doing and elongating the process of the apocalypse. Oh, man, Putin and XI could see it if they could see. I don't know what the little guy's name is in Korea. What's the little guy's name? He reminds me of Booney McClung. Hey, I'll get you a shot. You put the ball up your knees to hit your chest when you run back down court. All right, man. Don't worry. You get open. I'll draw a triple team. I always do. I play like a faggot nigger, hoto nigger, or that boy think he bad, right? Another $75 in the goddamn fucking emergency room, Earl. Yeah, Mom, I asked them to do this to me, right? It was so funny. I sit there, Mom, I'm just trying to play ball. Yeah, I should have just went and practiced instead of trying to play and see, Rocky's the one who talked me into that. Yeah. One that looks like Ella Fitzgerald. Yeah. You're not playing with the best players in town. They're all trying to hurt you because they're jealous of you. Just play ball. And then if you're meant to play ball, you will. If not, But you'll go out there and you'll try to pay the bills, but that's a stupid way to try to pay the bills. She was 16. I was 20, yeah. Because Law was 21. I was 21 when I was dating Law. Law was 20. Okay. Yeah. She lied to me. She told Jimmy she was 17. Yeah. Well, she knew about the laws, and I wasn't paying it. I did know about the laws. That's why she told me she was 17. Oh, I didn't ask for I don't check IDs. I take people's words for it. That'll get you into trouble. No, I'll get you into trouble, not me. Why? Because when someone's lying and someone else isn't, the liar's in trouble, not the truthful one. You don't know how quantum computing works, do you? Okay, guys, I love you, all right? Peace out.